to another episode of Cheap Jam Podcast. It is your host with the most, Malcolm Hall, and I have another special comedian guest of mine. And this gentleman, he is all up on healthcare because he works in the industry and he's going to drop $1 on the day. Would you care to introduce yourself, sir?
What's going on, people? My name is Chris Sneed, a.k.a. Mr. Low-Key Cute, a.k.a. Hold on, Malcolm, let me finish my AKAs.
Oh, you have one more.
A.k.a. Dr. Sneed.
Dr. Sneed.
Yes, sir.
Now, is this an honorary doctorate? Did you go to school and study for this doctorate, or you just put doctor in front of your name?
I actually just put doctor in front of my name.
Oh, okay. Just say doctor, so we just gonna call him doctor. Dr. Sneed.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, if you
I'm
need
trying to
help-
get sued.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, where's your office at? Well, you know what? I got a Zoom office. I don't have no person. I said, well, I don't know if I got a Zoom office, doctor. I don't trust nothing like that. Man, thank you for doing the podcast, man. Good to see you, man. Me and Chris have been doing comedy for quite some time. One of my most memorable shows is when we rode up in a van all the way up to somewhere in Northern California. We were riding past the wildfires and everything. I said, oh, shit, man, they ain't putting the fires out. We're going to do comedy. And this was a good show because Chris gave me some knowledge. It wasn't a bar show, but it was one of those off-putting shows.
Yeah.
And I went up there and I just jumped in straight in material. You
Yeah.
know what? They weren't laughing at me. And Chris put me to the side and said, hey man, you gotta talk to the people. You know, you gotta warm them up a little bit. You can't just jump in there. Cause I went up there like second, third. You went up to like fifth. They was already ready.
Right.
So, you know, I've always remembered that, like, hey, you know, depending on where you're at in the show and what type of venue we're doing, like a bar show, they don't want to hear no material.
Don't make it sound like when I went up, it was just super easy. They was already ready. I
It
still
wasn't
had
easy.
to work a little
You
bit.
still had to work.
You had to work.
But, you know, you were seasoned enough to know, hey, this is where it is.
Right.
Because I didn't do that.
Right.
And
right.
at that time, I was hosting the family room.
I remember that.
So I was in host mode.
Yep.
So when I got off the chance to do my set, I wanted to do my set.
Right.
And not considering the audience. So I
Yeah.
appreciate that, man. That was really good for me.
My pleasure, brother. How's it been going since then?
Man, it's been going
You got a lot
good, man.
better.
Yeah, got more, man. You know, I did my special last year.
Nice.
It was nice, man. You know, and just been got the podcast rolling and everything like that. So it's been good.
Love it, brother.
But I wanted to bring you on because you do work in the healthcare field.
Yes.
And what exactly do you do in the healthcare field?
Well, actually, I'm a doctor in my mind, but physically, I'm a receptionist.
Okay.
I just check people in.
You just check people
Just
in?
check them in. I work in the OBGYN.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you just sit in front, hey, you can't get in, you can't get, because I try to get in.
Checking
with no
all the
bathroom.
coochies.
Oh, okay.
I know everything that's going on down there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's an interesting job.
Pretty much a first responder, because you see me first before you see the doctor.
Right.
Got to check in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, when you check in, do you check some of them girls out?
The HIPAA, I don't check nobody out.
Oh, right. That's HIPAA law.
Yeah, it's HIPAA. I just check them in. Oh, address, phone number, everything's still current? Okay, cool.
For those who do not know the synonyms, that is, HIPAA law stands for what?
I forgot, but it's something with privacy.
But it ain't nothing with no damn hippopotamuses. I'm gonna tell you
That's
that
what
right
it's
now.
not.
It ain't no zoo. This ain't no zoo talk. This is law talk.
Yep.
So I wanted to bring you on, bro, because I feel like in comedy, there a lot of comedians don't have day jobs, so they just do comedy. And I was working as a contractor for a while. I was paying my own health insurance out of my own pocket. This shit is expensive.
Yes, it is.
Very, very expensive.
Yeah.
And I had the bottom of the line health insurance, and I wasn't even going. Wow. So, and I'm working.
Wow.
So I'm wondering, what do some of these comedians do who do not have a day job? What kind of insurance do you have? Because some of these people have children, they have wives. How are you doing this?
They're clinics. They probably go to a clinic. They got to pay out of pocket. And the doctor is guessing and practicing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is not like, you know, the dentist, you can go to the college.
You can go to college.
I don't think they have an urgent care college, you know.
They ain't got it, man.
And paying out of pocket is not cheap.
No, you're talking about $500 to $1,000.
You're talking about $500 because I cut my hair one time, had to get some stitches. It cost me about $475. $475, and I didn't want to go, but it was getting infected.
Right.
So I had to go.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in a situation where you go to the doctor because you have to. You want to go because I can.
I know a comic cut his knee open, no insurance. Went to one of them little practice, little rinky-dink clinic. They put dental floss, and tried to get him back together. Got infected.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he lost a damn leg.
No, he didn't lose the leg.
I was saying, you could be a sit-down comic now. You can't do no stand-up. I'm like, man, that's dangerous.
It is, man.
But it's just interesting to me because, you know, I'm sure we know some comics in comedy that are no longer with us. And, you know, with that being said, we were talking about previously life insurance.
Yes.
Because people have to raise money. Now you get your life insurance. My life insurance in my 20s, I don't pay that much.
Right.
What
type of life insurance do you have? Whole?
I have both.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know about whole at first.
Yeah,
whole costs a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
As time goes on, but if you get into the game early, it can pay you on the back end.
Right.
But nobody talks about life insurance. When we're sitting around talking about comedy at the comedy clubs, we don't discuss health insurance. Nope. We don't discuss life insurance, and we rarely discuss like business.
Right.
We sit there, have fun, we roast each other. But look. We're running a whole damn company.
Right.
Comedy is a company.
It's a company.
So, how do you feel like the business of comedy is, amongst comedians? How do you feel like that is?
You know what? I don't think people really know the business. When we talk about show business. Right? And a lot of people don't know the business. So they just think, I'm just going out there and getting on stage. I need stage time. I want to be funny, which is all great. You need to work on your craft. Right. But it's still a business. It's a strategic way to be successful in the business. It ain't really all about funny. No,
it's not. I've seen some hilarious comedians, super fucking funny.
Absolutely.
But I'm like, damn, why is this person not there? Now knowing what I know, I see after the show, this comedian is not shaking hands, trying to get, hey, let me get your email, trying to get people come to the next show.
Building relationships.
Right. This comedian's not necessarily doing that, and this comedian, you have to market yourself too.
Absolutely.
You have to market yourself.
You are in business.
It's not just people say you're doing sketch. No, you're marketing. You're promoting yourself. Oh, if he's funny here, I want to see him funny in this other facet.
Exactly.
So I look at it as all marketing and promotion, and I think a lot of comedians don't do enough of it. Coca-Cola and McDonald's marketing and promotion.
You do a lot. You got the duffel bag right here.
Right.
You got the shirt on. 2 hats next to each other. Same exact hat. With a mug in the middle.
And I haven't sold a damn thing.
Not a damn thing, but it's marketing.
It's marketing. But over time, when I do get that first sale, it took me a long time to do it. So you gotta start somewhere.
Yes, you do.
Because even if you're like a great comedian in your city, how are they gonna know about you in other cities? I learned this about during my special. I had to pay for the radio ads. Mm-hmm. You're not getting on the radio for less than $1,000.
No.
And you're only gonna get on there. They were gonna put me on early in the morning or late in the evening. Mm-hmm. So if I really, really want to get into the mix, it was gonna cost about $5,000.
Right. And that's in that middle when everybody is actually listening.
And that's 30 seconds. You don't know me. I didn't think that was a good investment.
You didn't have nobody behind you?
I didn't have nobody. Me.
All independent.
Yep, just me. Every check we put $300 up, Mm-hmm. It ended up costing me $10,000. I had to get the venue. The venue was the most, and I had to get insurance. The venue was going to run you the most money. What's up, people? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. I got some new merch for you. I got hats, I got mugs, and I got the new Cheap Not Broke shirt with the patch on them. This stuff is official. I got it hot off the press, sewn on just for you. I got black, red, and white. Head over to cheapnotbroke.com and grab your merch.
Cheap not broke. That's what you are.
It broke me, damn it. And it wasn't cheap. But that's what happened. So that was the business side of it.
Right.
I did my special to understand the business of comedy.
Absolutely.
And it's expensive.
Yes,
you need a team.
Yes.
And you got to be in a good place to do it. And I didn't even get to run the special over and over. Where am I going to run that hour? Who's going to let me run an hour? Once a week. Where am I going to do that?
Tubi.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But you want to practice the hour.
You do want to package the hour.
But you don't get to practice the hour. Where do you get to practice your comedy? Because, man, you're on Chocolate Sundays. You're all over the place. How you get to practice your comedy?
I get booked. I'm fortunate to get booked. I do a lot of private gigs. Mm-hmm. Birthdays, weddings. I got a wedding tomorrow. Baby showers. So when I do these private gigs, I work on my material. So, even though they paying me, I can still, if I'm doing 45 minutes at a private gig, 20, I'm about to work on the material.
How do you get the private gigs? Because now, do you go talking to people or people come to you?
People actually talk to me. It's crazy. Yeah, it's been the energy that has been in my life right now. I have not asked anyone for a private gig. They just word of mouth. Doing one, it leads to another. You know, and it's a lot that praying. It's just a lot that goes into it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, one thing I failed at, I didn't go out and do all the networking, hanging out, and all that stuff. Right. Kind of like say people come up to you. Yeah. It was good like that for me, but some of the other spots I want to do, it's not happening. You want to do Chocolate Sundays? They're not coming up to you. You want to do the improv on Monday night? They're not coming up to you.
Right.
You got to go up to them.
Right.
And I failed at that a little bit. I'm better at it now because, hey, it's about the opportunity. It's about me. Yeah, it's not about ego like, oh, they should be calling me. They don't know who the hell I am. I want the opportunity. Life is going to go on without me, so let me go ahead and put myself in position.
That's what you got to do. It's crazy. When I did Chocolate Sundays, the first time I did it was because Pookie needed me to do his son's birthday party. It was at the Laugh Factory, but like at 1 o'clock. And he needed a clean comedian that can make these 8-year-olds up to age 17 laugh. So he's like, hey, Ron, who can I call? Ron was like, oh, call my boy Christine. He does clean. So I went and did his son's birthday. And that same night, he was like, hey, what you doing at 7 and 9 tonight? I was like, nothing, I'm just chilling. He said, yeah, can you do Chocolate Sundays? And then I just did the show, and I've been doing it ever since.
Been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
See, I had to
so sometimes you're in a position, you know what I'm saying, it just work out for you.
Right, and you know, and that's why you can't envy nobody's career. Nope. Because nobody else was going to be at that kid's his birthday party. If his next birthday party, they're probably not doing that. And the next one, they're not doing that. Right. So it's not going to work out for you like that. Absolutely. So I learned you can't envy nobody's career. Nah. Because I can do what you do, but those moments, I'm not getting them. I got to wait for my own.
Yep.
And mine may not come till a little later.
But it will come.
It will come.
If you stay consistent and continuously work on your craft, and you get out there and you shake hands and you be the person you are because you're a likable person, people can come up to you and talk to you, a good person, you're not getting over on nobody. Trust me, the opportunity is going to come. You just have to be ready for it.
You got to be ready.
That's how it works.
Mr. Low Key Q, how, I know you're talking about your stand-up, but just give us, is there a deeper story than that? How did that's your identity, Mr. Low Key Q. How did that come about? And do you plan, as you get bigger, to continue to grow Mr. Low Key Q, to be like, hey, that's Mr. Low Key Q?
You know what? That came about when a girl called me that, right? So I got the opportunity to do a TV show, Who's Got Jokes? And Rodney Perry asked me, have I ever been on TV? And I was like, yeah, I did 2 episodes of Cheaters. And he laughed. And I told him, yeah, and she thought I was low-key cute. He like, that is hilarious. So then I kept that and started making jokes on that and ran with it, and then it just stuck. So I just brand myself on that. So I low-key cute, and then I have these low-key blessed keychains that I make too and sell at my shows, because I do the joke about being low-key cute and low-key blessed and low-key a bunch of stuff. So that's how I branded myself. So I just stuck with it, man, and ran with it, and it's been working.
You've also been branding your videos.
Yes.
I watch them.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, where did you come up with the character?
The character is actually me at the desk when I'm working. So, you know, I worked for the hospital, I ain't gonna say which one, for 13 years, from 2010 up until current. Worked at a hospital receptionist. So I said, what can I do right now that I can do on my own and not depend on other comics to show up and be there while I do these videos?
Right.
Because the first video I wanted to do was have all the comics and I check them in. They tell me their symptoms and I give them something funny like I'm a doctor and I check them in. So I had Tony Baker, I had a bunch of comics, but they weren't dependable because they were all busy working. Right. So I said, let me figure something out. So then I played all the characters. I did the voice that was checking in, and I did my thoughts as a receptionist, the stuff that I would want to say while I'm at work, but I couldn't. So I made it like it was my thoughts, me saying it while I was checking these patients in. So I did the video, did good number. I said, let me stay consistent at doing it. So I just been doing it and ran with it ever since.
I respect that. I was doing Freddie Doug. So I was doing Frederick Douglass, and I was his nephew. And, you know, I was just giving Black History facts. But I wasn't consistent because I wasn't getting what I wanted out of the deal. And, you know, sometimes I forget, this is not about you, it's about the people.
Right.
And if it's one laugh, you did your job.
Right.
But I wanted 50.
I know.
And I only got 35. Fuck this.
That 50 was going to come on the next one.
50 will come on the next one. But you know what? I still like doing the character, but I've never been consistent on it. So, and it's hard to find consistency past the good feeling of the likes and the high of getting a laugh. Just like stand-up comedy. You know, some nights you're killing, but some nights you're working on new stuff. Exactly. But some nights you're not. You know, it's just that's not that night.
Right.
Can you continue to go past the highs?
At this point of my career and doing stand-up, I'm able to now. Like I had a show the other night, and then I did all the new material, and some of it was going like this. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm gonna believe it because it's real.
Right.
And I kept going. I started finding it funny. Then slowly but surely, the laughs was getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, okay, there it is. You got to get to the point where silence is not awkward to you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to get to that point. Once you get to the point where the silence is not awkward to you, you can find something.
You'll get to that point when you do enough bar shows. Because it's anything but silence. You wish they would shut the fuck up. I wish they would be quiet. Because, the silence for me, when it would get silent, I would start going back to material I knew.
Right.
I wouldn't continue to stay on the trajectory. I'm like, oh no, let me go dive off to a dick joke or something like that to get the laugh, to ease my mind. Like, okay, they're still with me. Mm-hmm. They've been with you. And one night my homeboy said, man, what happened? You was on the joke, you just abandoned the joke. We was with you.
Yeah.
And like, why did they, man, but they supposed to listen. And you can't listen and laugh at the same fucking time.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, you can't listen and laugh at the same time. If you're laughing, you're not listening.
Right.
And that was it.
Yep.
And I'm like, dang, that's just science right there.
Yeah, bro.
You cannot do both.
No.
If they're laughing, they're enjoying it. When they're not, they're taking it in. They gotta take it in to give you that. They gotta take it in to give you that. But you get up there, you're doing your stuff, it's dark, you just think it all run together.
Right.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, man.
It's some hard stuff.
And for you to do a special now, bro, and put it out there. Did you put it on YouTube yet?
No, I put it on my website.
You put it on your website.
I put it on YouTube because I wanted to own a piece of something. Because I've been doing all this free content my whole life. I said, you know what? If somebody believes in me, you can go pay $5 to watch a special.
Absolutely.
And let it sit there. I don't do those jokes. They're just there for you. So when you go see that special, you know what it is.
Right.
Mr. Sneed, where can they find you? Where can they find Mr. Low Key Q? Find out where the next comedy show is, and go get this desk sketch comedy that you do so well.
The next comedy show, you can find me at the Ice House on the 19th. Well, I don't know when you put this out there.
Gonna come out here.
Okay, you can find me at the Ice House. You can find me at the Miracle Theater. You can find me at the Improv and at the Laugh Factory. This is all in August. Whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a Miracle Theater show.
Okay, all this month.
Right.
Whatever, yeah.
But they can find you every day.
You can find me every day, absolutely, on Instagram and Facebook at It's Chris Sneed.
It's Chris Sneed.
It's Chris Sneed.
At ChrisSneed.com, where to get supported by merch and website. Man,
absolutely. Once you go on to the Instagram, you can hit the link. You can get your Low Key Blessed keychain, Low Key Blessed t-shirt, Low Key Blessed hat. Now I'm gonna make some of these. I think I'm gonna do these.
Get you some mugs.
Get
you some hats, t-shirts. Hey man, you gotta get it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a duffel bag too. I like this.
I mean, cause when you go
same color, it's just gonna say Low Key Blessed. So everything gonna be the same. Gonna look just like this.
You gotta get it look good. Hey, man, it's about branding. Show business.
Show business.
Cause I did the show. I was funny as hell. I don't have nothing to sell. Now I'm going home broke.
See,
that ain't cheap. Not broke. That's just broke. Appreciate you, Chris Sneed.
Thank you, brother. My pleasure.